Thank you guys so much for coming to our archived library. You know you get the same informative, funny, and uplifting entertainment. Only difference is we're not live.
You know, that's what my wife says about me. Da-dum-bum.
Okay, that's the last straw. From now on, this is going to be the Cindy Cochran Show with occasional guest Mark Hader. How do you like them bananas?
You know, Cindy, you're trying to make people think we don't get along, and that is so untrue.
Oh, I know, Mark, but people like controversy. Controversy for the lack of... I know, Mark, but people like controversy. Controversy, for the lack of a better name, draws in listeners.
You know, so does the smell of popcorn.
I have no idea what that means. Why am I not surprised? Hey, where are you going?
To the microwave. I suddenly have an urge for a bag of Orville. You know, that's the effect you have on me.
Ew. Okay, with that in mind, let's listen to this.
It's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in.
Good morning. Wow. You know what today is?
Get out of the city. I bet it's in December.
It's in December, and it's at the very end, and we're just hours
Son
away
of a gun.
from 2014.
On the Mark and Cindy show at 10 o'clock, and y'all
That's
are so
right.
sweet to tune in. And by the way,
Thank you for listening.
Cindy, on this song, I wonder if we could get Jared to redo it and put some percussions in it, or maybe triangle, something boom, 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 boom. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm sure if we had the budget for it, because I am sure he's like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
do anything.
He did it free
See,
last time.
it's just he sucked us in with his talent, got us hooked, and now he's going to charge. Who else does that? Drug dealers. Okay,
yeah.
So anyway, I did want to say that at 7 o'clock this morning, I helped Sydney, Australia, bring in the new year at 7 a.m. They went to 2014. This way, I don't have
They're
to.
already there?
Yeah, and I don't have to stay up now tonight and do
you're
that because it's been done.
Who do you know in Sydney?
I don't know anybody, but it's just they've already
Oh, I see what you mean.
they've already had their
That's
new year.
your excuse.
Yeah, and I don't have to.
So you're
stay
not
up.
staying up.
No.
Sam's not having a party? I am not
You're not.
believing
You're
it.
so shocked. No, if the kids, we're gonna do the fireworks and all that stuff,
Oh,
but that'll probably
cool.
be because somebody in somewhere in some time in the world is going to.
Oh yeah, it's Friday.
Celebrating.
Somewhere. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this: Did you go with them to buy the fireworks?
No, we're gonna do that
Okay.
tonight.
I don't know how to do it. That would be scary to me.
You can buy one and get one free.
I know, that's
or
pretty much
It's just like
the
buying drugs,
50%
Mark.
Oh, now I got it. See, if you
especially-
would just explain it.
especially where you live. Can you do fireworks where
give
you
me.
live?
People are doing it. I guess we can.
No, you have to find out because you may have to
Yeah.
go to a parking lot somewhere where it's out of the jurisdiction
yeah, that's
of
true.
people,
Oh, I'll find out.
and they have a fire truck waiting there to.
We are having a Christmas get together with some of my family, those that can make it. Al's coming, if you can believe that. So we're going to have a blast. Dennis and his wife's coming, and Jill is already here. In fact, I'm expecting her to call at some point
Jill! I love
with
Jill.
our call-in informational hotline that is
Let
open
me give
right
that
now.
number right now.
Give that number before we.
If you're in the area, you can call 936-647-3776. And can you imagine, Mark, actually, we offer this option as well. If you call in, we'll let you say hi to somebody and tell us how, why you love them and why that you hope they have a good new year. And then that'll be on our archive forever. And you can tell them to call. You can have them go to the computer and go to irlonestar.com, and they can look up the archive for that show and listen to them being talked about on the show live.
In the
Isn't that
year
cool?
2929, if any man's still alive,
That's
you
right.
could pull up our archive and
That's
remember that you
exactly
said
right.
hi.
Anywhere in the world.
By the way, Cindy, you said the wrong topic, though, they're calling in for. By the way, we'll accept anything.
What topic?
Our topic today is we need you to think back. And I know it
Oh, that
it
topic,
hurts.
yes.
I mean, I get the smell of burning tires when I start trying to think back too far.
That's the smell.
And you're thinking, Cindy, please. You're thinking about the a highlight that took place during 2013. You don't have to climb a mountain, the most greatest thing in the world that happened, but just something in 2013 you'll
never forget.
you might forget it next week, but right now you're remembering it. And the reason I'm giving them so much leeway, Cindy, is because I was thinking of mine, and I got one real quick, but then I kept thinking of others. And isn't it sad? So many great things happen to me, and I can't think. This show is a
This
great
show should be the
thing.
highlight.
Back in October.
Yes, right.
Yeah, Dick
Yeah.
agreed to. We could put our buns. Anyway, that's
Richard had faith in us.
one of the things. So, ladies and gentlemen, call in, and at least you're going to hear from my sister, who's going to call in with her highlight. And even though she didn't tell me, I think I know what it is. Anyway, anyone, a highlight from 2013. And if you're listening to this right now, and I can see about 87 of them are, if it's an archive,
Hundreds.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook
And,
us.
That'll be
For
great.
goodness sakes, yeah, we have Facebook, Mark and Cindy Show.
Okay, Cindy, today we're going to talk about stuff. What have you got down?
Okay.
What's your list?
Well, we didn't
Hey,
talk
y'all
anything
smoke if you got
about.
them. We got to get this straightened out right now.
We didn't say anything about Christmas yesterday. We were got so caught up in all these
Okay.
things, so we didn't talk about Christmas.
Christmas. Anything else?
And then, do you know that the ball that drops in New York?
Don't tell it.
It doesn't
You're gonna talk
mean-
about the ball that drops in New York.
It doesn't mean that that's what drops in all the other cities
Son
and
of
states
gun,
and all
ball
that.
drops. That's all I wrote down. Ball
Okay,
drops.
ball drop. Okay, and in fact, one city is in trouble because it concerns PETA has gotten onto them for what they're going to drop.
PETA. She said PETA.
I
Okay.
hate that word. They could come
I
up
know.
with something different.
Bad thing in a city with PETA.
Yes, and also I want to talk about. I went to go see Grudge Match
Oh, okay.
with Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro, and there was a 2-year-old sitting behind me that had a
Say no
grudge
more.
match. with
Say
me.
no more. We got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna, and I want to tell you what happened there.
Right.
Also, using vultures and turkey carcasses to entertain the residents in Willis.
Vultures and turkeys, Willis. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Cindy, please don't have anything else. This is so much. Okay, go ahead. Oh,
Yes,
and-
we have encouraging work
Encouraging
always at the end. And then I met someone yesterday, 9 years old,
Cindy
that put me
met-
in my place.
Okay,
so
9-year-old in place.
put me in place. Put
Okay,
me in
Cindy,
my place.
we'll get to that and have plenty of time to talk about the 5 most successful shows on Google in 2013 and those people in the entertainment world who passed away in 2013. I've actually figured out why resolutions don't succeed for me, and also New Caney High School and shipping containers. That will be up in
Okay,
the record.
cliffhanger
So many things.
there.
So should
Okay.
we start with Christmas still, you think?
Yeah, I just you had asked what did I get for Christmas, and then we started talking about, or we got a caller. I think that's
Yeah.
what happened.
Stupid callers?
That-
I'm sorry.
oh, wait,
Call
that-
in, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
Please call in.
Call in.
No, but you asked what I got for Christmas. I didn't get anything because I told everybody not to get me anything. It wasn't trying to be a hero. I just didn't want to then have to give them back something. No, I said, no, I just want you to be at the house, and we're going to eat dinner, we're going to play games, and we're going to have a good time, and just get something for the children.
Bless their
And
hearts.
so that's what we did. But the only thing that Cindy, my granddaughter,
She's a
wanted,
doll. Okay.
that's all she wanted was Easy Bake. She talked about Easy Bake from here to there, and I thought, they still make Easy Bakes. I thought that was like of the past. And she says, no, it's on TV all the time. I want an Easy Bake, and I can make cookies for us that day. And I went, okay, great. So I got the Easy Bake. She opened it, and she was hugging it. She was kissing it. She was so happy. We've taught our children how to show their gratitude, and so you get more presents. Anyway, so she was just so excited. And so Samantha went in there, her mom, and they started trying to figure it out. And she's reading through the direction book, and Cindy goes, this Easy Bake is not so easy. So we thought that's a new slogan
That
for
is
them to
good.
put. It was horrible. And the cookie, they had one little package, one teeny
Oh,
little package
isn't
in there
that
for
sick.
cookies, and it was enough. She made one big cookie with it, and it was horrible. It was just terrible. So I'm going to take that back. I have no box. I have no receipt.
Where'd you
Richard,
get
I
it?
have no receipt. I got it at Walmart.
You got it.
Well,
They'll
they
take it.
they
Yeah.
take it back.
Yeah, they can code the machine itself. And,
Without the box?
I think so,
without the-
yeah.
okay.
I've seen them do it, but for you, they may not.
Well, now my mom could get anything taken back because they wanted to get rid of her so bad because of the
your
way she
mom.
talked to them. Like,
Cindy, I thought they knew you on first name basis. Cindy, what is it this time? Oh my gosh, not the Easy Bake again. They've got a whole pile
that's right.
of them.
Yeah, that's what
behind
I'm
them.
saying. I know. See, and the flag should have gone up when I saw that tape that was wrapped around it.
That's
That packing tape that looked like it had been taken off, and then they put.
But
there at the
Cindy, I
store.
feel
I'm
so
sorry.
sorry for the children. Like little Cindy, you're
know.
anticipating this. It's like your dad saying, "Hey, I'm going to take you fishing," and then he doesn't. But it's like, "Oh, easy bake, and you get it." What a load of hoo-ha!
And that cookie that she thought was going to be 12 cookies she was going to hand out to
yeah,
everybody, it
one
was
cookie.
horrible. And she said, so she now knows the word rip-off, and
Oh, yeah.
that's terrible for
I
a
would call
7-year-old
PETA
knowing.
and take care of that. By the way, Cindy, you said they
Okay.
played games. We're having a party tonight. Are
Yeah.
there some of the games you played that we could use or cannibalize in our party tonight? What did you play?
One of them was, I guess the line of the movie, but you had to use other words to define,
Holy cow!
another other word that meant the same thing with the line, and then they had to guess what line it was.
Where'd you come up with that?
Sabrina Cochran.
Like the witch, Sabrina?
No, Sabrina, my daughter-in-law.
I knew that.
She came up with that, and
Guess the line.
now that may be a game from somewhere,
may
but
be.
I
I
thought it
haven't
was
heard of
really cool. But and then we tried to give money out to those who would win something for an incentive.
Oh, we're not doing
That always helps. But anyway, it was a lot of fun, and it was great. Everybody, they got to go outside for a little while, and it wasn't too bad during the hottest part of the day. And they shot guns, and because we have the acreage on the back.
Oh yeah.
But the vulture and carcass and turkey, that's why I get rid of the carcasses. I put them out in the front yard, and the vultures come, like 20 vultures come.
Son of a gun.
No, that you can count on them, and they're so entertaining to watch. This natural
yeah.
history, it's amazing to watch them fight and who's the biggest guy and get everybody away. So we watch the vultures take apart the turkey
That
and
is-
the chicken carcasses.
That's a special tradition.
It may be a thing only in Willis that you do.
Oh yeah.
but I don't
Say no
know.
more about that. By the way, when we have bird parts like your turkeys and chickens, Kay doesn't let me put the bones and all outside because she's read, or maybe she's seen it and witnessed it. Dogs chewing the chicken bones and they get caught in their throat because they're sharp and all, and when they bite them in two, and they strangle themselves to death.
Okay, well, this
you
may
heard of
be
such a thing?
the second reason is the kind of dogs that we have that run the neighborhood.
That
It
would
may
be
be a way to
eradicate
them. And
yeah.
no, we don't.
She's kidding. She meant kitty cats. No, people, not cat. We don't want the cat people.
No,
on us
we have
today.
hogs come out and eat after the vultures, and we have animals that come from the forest behind us, and they come out and eat.
Oh,
So I'm
man,
trying to
that is
feed
good.
everybody and do that.
Do y'all have a lot of deer?
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes.
Wow.
I have to keep Sam restrained from going out, setting up in a stand, and
Cindy,
doing this.
can you talk about the ball dropping thing in 3 minutes?
Yes, I can.
Let's hear it.
Guess what they drop in Alabama?
I'm not going to say. What is it?
Moon pie.
A moon pie.
Moon pie.
Son of a gun.
And there was one place that was dropping possums. They put a possum in the ball and drop it.
Why are we
I don't
thinking
know
of
why.
WKRP
I don't know
in
why.
Cincinnati?
But PETA came in and said that was pretty cruel, so they got an injunction. But the judge said they can drop it tonight, but they'll take it under consideration of stopping the possum droppings.
gosh.
Oh, that possum.
Yeah.
The possum dropping. And also PETA has messed up New York's carriage, the horse and carriage thing. They
Oh,
want that
my
stopped.
gosh.
And the mayor has said he thinks it's cruel. So that may be coming to an end as well.
Well,
PETA.
horses, making them wear diapers. I think that's,
Can you explain to me the horse thing?
The what?
What do they do with the horse?
of course.
The-
They're
no,
stopping the.
they're stopping them doing the horse and carriage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like
Horse
all
and
through
carriage.
Central Park?
Yes, all that. They're going to stop it because
That's
they
cruel?
think it's,
They're moving them
they
to
feel
Alabama.
They feel like it's cruel to the horses to make them have to drag those people around, and it's not fair to the horse. That's if you look
That's
at
amazing.
how they think about things, it's different than us.
Well, I'm pleased with that. Ladies and gentlemen, right after these few words, we're coming back and we're going to
We are coming
accept
back.
calls. We always accept calls, don't we, Dick? We're
From
accepting them.
936-647-3776, and we will be right back.
A highlight
Mark and Cindy Show.
from 2013.
Yay.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today, so remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on League Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org, that's Junque, for more information and store hours.
Hello, I'm Mark Hader.
And this is Cindy Cochran inviting you to join us on the Cindy and Mark Show each weekday morning from 10 to 11 here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Super, Cindy, but I believe it's the Mark and Cindy Show.
Huh? Yes, it is, Mark. And it's broadcast live on Lone Star Internet Radio here in beautiful downtown Conroe. Oh, the exciting things we'll talk about, the interesting guests you'll get to meet, the wonderful gifts we'll give away, and the tons
Wait. Gifts? There are no gifts. I'm not giving away anything. Why do you get to decide on what we do? It's Mark and Cindy, remember?
Oh, yeah? Well, so ladies and gentlemen, tune in and we'll all find out who gets to decide stuff. Weekday mornings at 10 here on Lone Star Internet Radio. How was that?
It could have been worse. You could have sung your part.
Oh, yeah, wait. It's the Mark and Cindy Show. The Mark and Cindy Show. The Mark and Cindy Show. The Mark and Cindy Show.
Yeah. Good morning again.
You know,
It's still morning.
Cindy, I picked
Still
that
morning.
song out, and I don't remember who's singing it or what. But finding a New Year's song sometimes is after you played ABBA, you pretty well ABBA.
That's it.
got
That's
it
it.
all.
You're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show. Mark Hader and Cindy Cochran here, and of course Richard Schischler on
On the drums.
the drums. Yeah.
And the question, Cindy, is
Yes.
what? Do you remember?
What the question was
Yeah, that they're calling in about right now.
is what the highlight of your year was in 2013.
2013 highlight. That it's not it could be anything. It may have happened last week. You remember a little baby hugged you on the street. Oh man, I'd like to tell a story about a little kindergarten kid that hugged me, but it wasn't during New Year's, so it doesn't apply.
Oh,
Okay.
we probably listened to it anyway, but we have so much to get to.
Oh, we do. Hey, can I tell you right now? Here's
tell
my
something.
Jill. Hold that call just 1 second. Jill's going to call if
Okay.
anything. My highlight. Let me tell my highlight.
Okay.
It happened last March, and a good friend of mine, Virginia Plyler. Do you remember me talking about her? She's in my articles and all a lot. But anyway, she got sick. She was sick for a few weeks, and she had a bad earache. And the earache it started with the flu, and then it turned into something else, and eventually she got meningitis. I think the viral kind.
grief.
Her brain started swelling. They took her to the emergency room. She went into a coma, and the doctor said part of her brain parts were coming out of her ear.
Mark,
I'm not joking, but this has a happy ending. And here's the deal: the doctor said it's not. You might want to start making plans. In other words, Virginia's not going to make it. And according to him, and he said, even if she does pull out of it, she is going to have, her brain is swelling. She's going to have some serious brain problems. We don't know in what area. We don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, in other words, so here's the bad news and here's the less bad. She's going to, if she does live. Anyway, so they got her the heck out of Conroe. They had to. The doctor said, that getting her there, to Houston isn't going to be easy, but she's dead here. So they got her to, it might have been Herman, I don't know, where Red Duke is. Anyway, somewhere down there, and we instantly, when Freeman told us she was still here in Conroe, and I called the church people, and they started praying, and then everybody said a prayer I could get to. Her church did, and eventually the doctor said, she's not going to die. She's out of coma now, and she's going to pull through, but she's going to have some difficulty. And, all the prayers went out, and son of a gun, I was
It
with
worked.
her last week. Yeah, we were taking a trip where she's great.
Well, they
And,
didn't understand. They
Anyway,
should
it's
have-
just one of
they
those things
consulted.
where God proved
That's right.
himself to me, and it was
He's always
wonderful.
great for the second opinion.
We've got a call. We've got a phone call.
We have a call. Hey, caller, what is your name and what would you like to talk about?
They hung up.
Crud. I am so. See, when you start a story like that, Cindy, you can't just end it right in the middle. I didn't think, and so I
If
lost.
Richard would just
our caller.
screen
Well, he
our
shoulda-
callers and
yeah,
say,
he
hold
shouldn't have
on
done
a minute,
anything.
but he doesn't, so
Yeah.
that's okay. That's
Here's
all
the
right.
problem. I wasn't looking at Dick, and he can give me a look that I know. You need to do something. And I did, so I didn't catch his glare. Anyway,
Okay.
that's my
No, he's-
high point.
Maybe it was Jill, and she's going to call back.
Oh, she'll call back. Don't think
Yes.
she won't.
Yes.
Okay, do you have a high
It was
point?
from you. It was from your phone.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
What
the
did
mayor
I have to say?
of
Does anybody
Conroe.
remember? Oh.
No, but I have seen and witnessed those things, and so prayer works. And if you haven't used it, prayer in 2013, 2014 would be a good time to start it.
Would. And you know, Cindy, what bothers me, and I understand it, there are people I've prayed for that didn't make it. There's people out there who's lost sons, daughters, parents, and I have no answer for that. I don't know.
It's
and
faith
it's
that God's
faith. But in
gonna
this
take care of it.
instance, it looked so. I mean, if she makes it, she's Virginia's not going to be Virginia anymore.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, she's joking with me in the ICU and all. Or I was more joking than she was. But anyway, that was a good moment.
I'm so happy to hear that came out well.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know where we were going. I was like,
No, that
uh-oh.
was bad. When brain starts coming out of your ear, let's
Oh,
face it.
grief. Are you
It's,
sure that's what they said?
He said
Was
brain
com-
matter. I don't know what that means. Or
Well, that
brain
matters.
was swelling to
That
the point
does-
where the water and
It
the
had to go
liquid-
somewhere.
Yeah. And she
Ah.
didn't even play football. That's what I don't
yeah.
understand.
Couldn't blame it on that for sure.
Anyway.
Speaking of football, it's a bad transition, but the Texans had a really great ending, didn't they? 14,
Oh, my
perfect,
word.
14 losses, and now they're going to get this Penn State.
We've got a caller. Shut up.
We're going to shut
Everybody
up. Here comes a caller. Hello,
Don't say
caller.
another word.
What is your name? And don't hang up. And what do you want to talk about?
Hey, Mark and Cindy. This is Jill.
It's my kid
Yay.
sister. She's at my house.
Hey,
Love you, Jill.
Love you,
Hey.
Jill.
and this is Kay. Kay's here.
You're
Okay.
kidding. My darling wife, Kay, is
Oh
there.
man,
You know, when
Kay
you're-
is finally listening.
She is.
Kay, thank you for listening
when
today.
your wife
Well-
has to call the studio, you know you're in deep doo.
Yeah, remember to bring home the egg.
Kay, thanks for being there.
You're welcome.
Isn't
I've
she
got you
dumb?
up on our TV.
Wow. You,
What?
ladies and gentlemen, you can watch us on TV if you want to.
Wait a minute. Y'all
Yeah.
have you have the internet on your TV?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's whatever you call it thing. You can pull
Oh.
up YouTube and all that. She pulled up. Wow.
You do know that we are going to be going visual soon, and that's what Richard is working on right now, so that you can have us up on that big screen TV that you have
Wow.
in your living room, and be able
An
to
80
watch.
incher.
watch
It's not
us.
true. It's not 80 inch.
No, that's what they're working on now. Wouldn't that be amazing to see us?
Yeah.
I was hoping to get on
She's-
radio finally and
Cindy's
be able to-
rolling her eyes, Kay.
be able to wear what we want to wear.
Hey, do y'all have a highlight for 2013, by the way?
I do.
Okay, Jill, let me guess. No, go ahead.
My youngest grandson, I have three of them. Varick is his name. He was born in March. He's like 8 months old, and he is the happiest, sweetest little boy in the world. And I call him Happy Face because he's always smiling, and nothing better could have happened to me than that.
That's Varick with the V, is it not?
Yes, Varric, Varick.
And what are your other two
Oh, I
grandsons'
love
names?
that, Varick.
Phelan and Rowan.
Phelan and Rowan. What do you see a theme here?
Well, Phelan means little wolf.
I am.
Rowan is a tree, and Varick, I don't know.
Rowan is a tree. Varick the Great.
Varick.
Yeah,
great.
that's right.
And that Jill is the best. If I had Jill, if one of our grandmas had been as good as you, I would be living in Oklahoma right now. And
I am
don't
the
like
best
Oklahoma.
gamma in the world.
You are.
I adore my grandsons.
Sheesh.
I love your pictures of you with your grandchildren and all on your Facebook. That's what Facebook is so great, because you just go in and just
You can see every. Did y'all see, Jill?
Study.
Did you see where Facebook is dying out and something else is coming in among the young people, not the old people?
What did it say it was?
Well, Facebook owns it, so it doesn't really matter, but it's not Facebook. I don't remember.
Is it Twitter?
No, Twitter is going to be in there more than before, but it's something that, one of those names I do
Is
not
it
know.
Vining?
It's called Come On In or something like that. I don't know. Okay, Casey, my darling, do you have a highlight from 2013?
I just feel like our life is so blessed that every day is just wonderful. Particularly,
Isn't that...
I am going to puke.
Casey, that's my favorite highlight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that in Virginia.
You know, we didn't travel much this year or anything like that, so it's really been kind of a calm year. But that's just fine. We've had drama in the past, and
this is
the
so
less
much better.
drama,
Yeah.
the better.
That's
Yeah.
right. You are
Really.
so right. No, y'all's little life over there is so sweet. I love going over there and being inspired
In getting chicken salad?
and getting chicken salad. That's right.
that's right.
And so Mark is so blessed to have you, and I'll have to say
I'll
you're
say.
blessed to have Mark because you love him so much.
That,
And they're both blessed to have me.
of course, Jill, and your
Well,
three
that's
grandkids.
that is the cherry on top. Yes, for
Very
sure.
Eric the Red and Schwarzenegger. I can't remember. No, I know them. I know them each and every one. And lovely.
But see,
loving
since you've been
kids.
on holiday today, so the office is closed where you work, Kay?
Yes.
Everybody's gone?
No, the
think so,
preacher's
yeah.
there practicing.
You think the preacher's there practicing?
No.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
He practice at home.
Well, see now you're at home and you can listen to Mark, and I know that just is so
it's touching.
exciting, isn't it?
No, shut up.
No,
Now,
I gotta
that
get
is,
Sam
it's
to
tough
listen.
for a wife, a spouse to listen to a guy. I mean, she hears all of this.
I
And
know
she's
it.
tired of sometimes hearing, not sometimes, but a lot of times hearing me.
And for Jill to listen to it's great because she can't stand talk shows, but she listens. And we have people passing by our station. You're live on the radio. Hello,
Hey, guys,
everybody.
I don't know. Hey.
Sorry,
Call in out there.
Yeah. No, we have some people that are walking up and down Conroe and hey, and they're looking through the
Howdy.
window at us. So we tell people that we're on, behind these big plate glass windows, and you can see us, what's going on, and they can walk by here on Main Street in Conroe, Texas,
There's
if you're in
no
the area.
Smudges on
But Jill, you still listen though, even though you can't stand talk shows, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right.
Good answer,
If
Jill.
we convert you to listening to talk shows, that'll be great.
We'll bring her buns up here.
Yeah, you gotta
Jill,
go up here.
thanks so
The
much.
buns there.
Thanks for calling. And think of some games. And Cindy came up with one that we can play tonight. And it'll be a blast. And
Yeah, that sounds
Casey,
like
get
fun.
well. Kay's been a little under the weather.
Kay, you've been under the weather. Okay, you get better, and while you're not feeling well, if you can just stand up on your feet, if you'll make some more of that fudge. It's pinoche.
Oh, boy.
What was that? Pecans and...
No, it's
We ate ours. It's all gone. So
Oh,
well, what's it called?
Pinocchios?
I don't want to say it
Pinocchio.
wrong.
or pecans or walnuts is usually what I do.
You put walnuts in the pinoche fudge. Is that what? Then they
Right.
Okay, the pinoche fudge. Okay, just put that in homemade vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup, and you put those
my
in it,
word.
and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh.
You gotta start a
Nope.
whole business. Okay, well we're gonna let you go.
Thanks
Happy
for
New
calling.
Year
You
to
go.
you too.
Hey, thanks, Jill.
Okay, we will be talking to you soon, I'm sure.
Hey, by the way, we're going on a break right now, but when we come back, please call in with your highlight of 2013 or anything else you need to talk about. Except, I tell you what, save the gripes for next year. I'm sure you've got plenty to gripe about.
Yeah.
but,
Because you're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show. Mark Hader and Cindy Cochran on IR Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hello, this is Dennis Nelson, inviting you to come with me through the doorway of imagination and into the theater of the mind. The Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour presents a play every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Lone Star Internet Radio. Be it drama or comedy, thriller or love story, every exciting episode is carefully chosen straight from the golden age of radio and performed live by talented actors, musicians, and sound effects crew. Every sound you hear will be 100% live and homemade. Anything can happen. So join us, please, every Saturday night at 7 p.m. for the Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hi, this is Judy Deo, Executive Director of Tamagua Healthcare Ministries. Tamagua is a Christian ministry that, by the grace of God and in response to the love of Jesus, provides quality health care, offers hope, and restores dignity to uninsured, low-income families and individuals in Northwest Harris County and Montgomery and Waller counties. As a primary care safety net clinic, we provide for the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs of our patients, and we do it only with the financial support of the community in which we serve. Tamagua receives no government funding. To find out how you can help or to make a donation, visit our website at www.tamagua.org. Tamagua is spelled Tomagwa. Thank you, and God bless you.
You put na 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 in any song, Cindy,
It's
and
good.
it's taking off.
It's good.
We've
That's
got a
right.
whole list
The
of things.
Mark and Cindy
Show.
Call Jared right now. You're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show. Mark Hader and Cindy Cochran. Mark Hader, noted columnist in the Conroe Courier.
Don't get me started.
And you can read it off the internet, right? I
You
mean, I can
can.
go. So anybody, anywhere
BlueTalkWriter.net.
within
and the Villager.
Yeah, within the sound of our voice, right through our
Exactly.
website. But you can read his article every Sunday in the
Courier and
trendy,
You're
not
so sweet to
trends
mention
section.
that. But
Well,
Cindy,
you should be uplifted from that and feel good about that.
Exactly.
And people should know who you are.
Thank you. But what you need to talk about, young
brother.
lady, is Grudge Match, because I've got it listed down here as one of the things we're supposed to talk about.
That's right. The new movie Grudge Match with Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro.
Oh.
Now, when I saw the trailers on that, I knew Sam was going to want to see that because he loves boxing. He loves boxing so much.
Do you not like it?
No, I can't stand it. I stand
Okay.
sit there slugging each
Yeah.
other. It's just horrible.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so I thought, finally, this will be a show he'll want to see. Now, seeing these two guys fight it out, I thought, cannot be good. This is not going to be good. And there's going to be all the same old jokes and yeah. So I thought, well, but I got to go because I get the popcorn. And that's what I wanted. So we go and we sit down. We got there too late to get up high. He likes to be up high. And I like to sit on that floor where the handicap chairs are.
You're kidding.
Yes, but now I get up. If anybody came in a wheelchair, I'd certainly get up.
You
But
mean
I
way
like
down low?
Yeah, I like that
Where you
because
have
I can't. No, not in the front seat. They have a section past that where the seats
yes,
are.
I see. Oh, yes, you're
The
right.
two
That is a
and
good point.
3 and 4 seats. But I sit there because no one sits in those seats right in front of the screen. So I feel like I'm by myself and I don't have to deal with looking at other people because I would get distracted. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so the movie starts. And there's a couple with a child behind us that starts. I thought it was a little baby, but it was like 2 years old. I looked back very discreetly, but I looked back, and the child was like almost 2 and had a little suit on. He was all dressed up to go to the show. It was cute. But later on, during the show, and the show's about fighters and everybody's fighting and there's and the boxing and all that stuff, this kid gets a hold of the back of my seat and starts doing the seat back and forth, like holds on the top of it and just does back and forth, and I'm going like,
Kay does that sometimes.
I'm going like, do you parents not see what this child is doing? And so I kind of I turn around, trying to turn around a little more, like, please don't do that, but I didn't say anything. And then the child, I'm sitting like this, and the child reaches and grabs my hair and pulls my hair, and I'm going like, and I pulled my hair back out of his little hand, and I went, the parents still didn't say anything. They're watching the movie. They're not watching what this child is doing. So he then kicks the back of the seat, which you hate. People do that, and it's not even a little kid. They'll do that, and kicks the back of the seat. And Sam is sitting there. Nothing is happening to him. He doesn't see all this going on. And so I don't know. I think, you can't nowadays turn around and say, if you don't get your kid, you don't do that anymore. And so I sat there. What would you do, Mark, if that happened to you?
I would have to turn around and say something.
You would turn
I
around and
would,
say something?
Yeah. If kicking the chair, kept going. And if he pulled my hair, if this man a little baby could find my hair to
and pull it, I
would have done something.
I think he would have, but it just shows. It's pretty funny because it was during these scenes where everybody's fighting and stuff. This kid gets really excited and is trying to mimic what's going on.
Let me ask you this: could you have gotten up and moved?
No. It was only 2 seats in that little thing,
Yeah,
so
God.
I would have had to get Sam up to move, and that would never happen.
And you did nothing.
No, I just kept trying to
looking at it like they would catch on.
Yeah, they did not catch on. So it wasn't fun. It wasn't a fun movie because I was distracted. No, it was a good movie, and Sam laughed out loud like 4 times, and that means it was. It was pretty good. But Robert De Niro taking off his shirt, I didn't know how that was going to work out because he complains through the movie he's got to get in shape, and he's trying to get in shape. And so it does. They go through one of those Rocky things. It's pretty funny. And they do things that make fun of the Rocky movies and bring that in. So, but it was good. And I don't know if Sylvester Stallone wrote it or not, if this was one of his writings. I can usually tell when he writes it because, man, it's usually bad. But
he's been doing pretty well for the past 4 years.
What's the one you liked that he did?
Well, the Expendable series.
You like those?
Oh yeah. Who can't like those?
Richard,
they just make fun of themselves, like you just said with the Rocky. It's the same thing. It's just a guy flick who they kill.
It is a guy flick. It is a guy flick.
Because I told my buddy, it's like every time they come out the new one, the only reason I really want to see it is what excuse do they give themselves so they can just kill people?
That's true.
I really like Malkovich.
John,
I like him playing a comedy role because he doesn't look like a
comedy
type person.
No, that comes out of his mouth. Anyway, so that was Grudge Match, and I was just wondering what you would have done, Mark.
Yeah.
In that same.
I just wish, like all get out, Sam had been sitting there. What would he have done?
Oh, we would have. We would have left the whole thing. We probably would have left it because he wouldn't. He's not gonna. He don't want to start getting a confrontation with anybody.
Yeah. Oh
he's
man, I don't.
Not
either.
good at backing down. So it's better for him not to even get in the confrontation with somebody. Yeah. So we would have probably left. But I endured it so we could. That popcorn is
children.
good. For the popcorn.
You get the large, do you?
No, I just a small one. I eat all. You get a large?
I get a large, and then what I do is I get you get a refill. I get a refill, and I take it home, and I can nourish. What the?
You're a better man than I.
You're a better man than I
can do it. Yeah.
But yes, that's what I do because popcorn. Wow.
I love butter popcorn, but I spend like a career doing the butter on the popcorn, and people waiting behind me. I know it aggravates them. So
see, I don't put that on it because my hands get so greasy. I have to dry them off on the hair of the lady in front of me, and it's so embarrassing.
I'm sorry. Okay,
do you take a layer off and then pour butter, and then put a layer on?
I'm not that bad.
That's good.
But I know how to
do
it.
Somebody
but I know how to put the butter on it till it gets all the way down in there and not have to shake it or anything. It's an art. It's an art putting butter on popcorn. Wow, I need more to do. What?
It is. I almost I wanted to slug somebody at one of these theaters I went to where they were too chinchy to put the butter machine out there. And what this lady said, I want a large popcorn and I want you to put butter on each layer. And no, stop right there, butter. Okay, put a little more. Stop. And I would say, are you out?
That's probably why they finally put the butter out.
Exactly.
So do it yourself.
America's most watched top. Cindy, this is one of mine. America's most watched top 10 shows of 2013. It was, and I wouldn't have guessed this. Number one show people watching, The Sound of Music Live.
Now I heard that. That's right. I heard that. And then it got bad reviews, right?
Well, I think she did, but then Kay said she was wonderful. She even cried once. If you can
and it was live, and cry live.
But 18.6 million people watched it, and that's the best they've got. There are 218 million people
that's right.
in the United States, and only The Big Bang Theory, 3 days on the DVR, 15.6 million is second. The Blacklist, do you watch that?
Nope.
Oh, man, great show with, what's his name on it? It's good. That's third. The Voice in 2 showings was fourth. NCIS, 6th. Modern Family, 7th. The Mentalist, love it, 8. Elementary, 9. And Survivor, 10. Fascinating shows, each and every one of them.
I have never watched one of those. I am so out of it. Totally out of it.
You know, it's funny. looking back at 2013, you were saying there's only 8.6 million people who tuned in to one show.
Yeah, 18 point. Yeah,
that's the highest one for the year.
Yeah.
It's funny because someone brought up what Seinfeld did for their season finale. They had like 46.8 million people tuned in for that.
Yeah.
And I guess today you just have more options.
Yeah.
That's
for
exactly
TV
right. That's
and more
exactly
ways to watch it.
And you'll soon have us as an option on.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Jeez.
So,
so think about that. You're competing. Our goal is 46.8 million.
The top, 46. The movie that made the most in 2013, and I would not have. I didn't know this. Iron Man 3. Did you see that?
oh yeah, I love the Iron Man series.
I didn't.
I like it.
I
like
saw
the
it.
Marvel.
It was awful.
I
Richard,
wasn't,
you have no.
one of those shows that I have no desire to see again. I mean, and I don't remember what happened, but it's kind of like you said, the Stallone stuff. It's pure escapism.
Well, it's a movie.
Oh, that's right, but it's entertaining.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, it's a good old-fashioned,
Yeah.
This is why movie theaters were built, and this is why you leave your house to go enjoy yourself for a couple hours.
I do it for the popcorn, but you're right. The Hunger Games,
Escape.
the first one, it was the second, and Despicable Me. How about animated shows? You guys?
I love Despicable Me.
Too.
I like the ones where they have enough adult humor, and I mean that only in a good way.
Exactly.
That you can go and enjoy. Just like Bugs Bunny always has so much adult humor. You could watch that
Daffy
with your
Duck was
kids.
obscene. No, he wasn't. But Soupy Cells. Did you ever watch Soupy Cells?
Oh, sure. Yes.
It was a kid show, and even as a kid, the humor was funny, but
Right.
there was some stuff he was saying. Of course, I had no idea what he was talking about.
No, then they were hoping little kids didn't.
Fourth, Man of Steel. Not memorable for me. Superman.
No, I don't like. I didn't like it after Christopher Reeve.
I turned it off after 15 minutes.
It's one of those things where you've got him
Good. We have
fighting
agreement.
4 other people. None of them can be killed, so they're just knocking buildings down with each other. And after a while, he kills the toughest guy in a headlock.
I mean, we need to get PETA on the people on
PETA
Superman
on the
because the
Superman
destruction
show.
he does. I bet the bill he gets from the city is ridiculous.
That's
Because a lot of people don't realize that about Superman. I'm like, oh, he's the most morally good superhero, but he's also the most destructive inadvertently.
Man, he's knocking stuff
and
down.
all the people that are in potential danger from stuff falling on him that he's blown up or he's.
Somebody brought
broken.
that up in the comic book world. Is how many people does Superman kill?
Yeah.
Just through him through existing, and they did it by the year of the comic, like because he's been around. The comic's been around for quite a while, and it was something like 1 year because they had the Doomsday, or Doomsday is one of the guy who supposedly killed Superman. Like that year for him, he killed like over 3 million people or something like that.
Holy
just
grief.
through all the destruction.
Did you see Richard's eyes when he looked at us like, that comic's been around a long time. And when we were kids and we watched the black and white serial on the TV of Superman, and how funny that is to go back and look at that where you can see the padding through the suit he had on for his muscles, and how we watched that stuff and thought that guy was real, that he was real, and that
George
really all
Reeves.
happened. And when he would jump through the window and
Superman
take
killed
off.
himself.
and they committed suicide because he wanted to be a serious actor and be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And he had all that fame and notoriety, and that's not what he wanted it from. So it's
Isn't that what
pitiful.
the stage is for?
what?
I would
would
say
think.
for actors' outlets to be a serious actor I would totally recommend them to go to the stage.
But here's the deal: they wouldn't let him because he was contracted and he couldn't do anything outside that would make him look different because the studios had such control over everybody at that time.
You're paying me so much money to pretend to be a
back
superhero.
then they weren't. But he was in Gone with the Wind, by the way.
He
and
was.
The fifth, I'm just mentioning this, and who cares? But the 5th most financially productive movie, Monsters University.
Oh, Monster U was great. You didn't follow that? That was
didn't.
the second one that was that they had.
Gravity 6.
Now, what? Gravity?
The movie Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
That's being touted as going to be the movie of the year. That's going to be the movie of the year.
Oh man,
Is Gravity.
disappointing.
Did you see it?
Yes.
See, I didn't see it, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say it had a bad ending, but had it had a better ending, I would have liked it a lot better. I like.
Do you know
movies to end well?
See, I wanted to see that really bad, and my
Yeah.
daughter-in-law said, "Oh yeah, but when that," and then she told me the ending. It was coming out of her mouth. It was like slow motion going.
Have you guys ever seen a space movie that ended well?
Apollo 13. Whew, that
That's
was
right.
close.
That's-
That almost.
Yeah.
In Star Wars 3. Anyway, all
Yeah,
of these
right.
things.
Very good.
We are
okay.
almost ready for another break. And when we come back, we're going to have the encouraging word. And this is so encouraging, something I ran into today, not literally, but it was most helpful for me. Maybe it will be for you. Mark and Cindy show. We're still live, Cindy.
That's right.
now.
We're still live.
Good.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
The Conroe YMCA's benchmark adaptive programming for kids and adults is Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith is an equine assisted therapy program serving children and adults with adaptive needs. The riders in our Leap of Faith program are working to address and manage specific aspects of their lives impacted by illness, injury, or disability. The Leap of Faith program has experience working with riders who are living with attention deficit or other hyperactivity disorders, hearing impairments, visual impairments, developmental delays or disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, head traumas, brain injuries, and paralysis. Our program uses horseback riding to develop self-confidence and self-esteem, to increase upper and lower body strength, assist in respiratory issues, and establish a trusting relationship between the rider and their horse. Not only do these activities aid in the physical and mental development of the rider, but they also foster self-reliance and independence. For more information regarding our program, to become a rider, or to volunteer with a great group of people, please call our Welcome Center at 936-441-9622 or visit our website at www.ymcahouston.org/Conroe.
Well, it's almost time to say Happy New Year, isn't it, Mark? It is December 31st of 2013. This is it. And next time we see you, we'll see you next year kind of thing. But this is Mark Hader, Cindy Cochran. We're on Lone Star Internet Radio, and we're in our final 15 minutes that we do. And I just had to tell you about this. It's so sweet. Yesterday, I went and picked up Cindy's little friend, Cadence, and her daughter and her sister Jaden, and we went to Chick-fil-A.
What a lovely name, Cadence.
Cadence and Jaden, and I took them to Chick-fil-A, and we were walking in the door, and she ran ahead of me. Jaden didn't open the door, and I went, "Well, that's okay. I can get it. Go ahead." And she goes, "No. I'm practicing." I said, "You're practicing for what?" She says, "For helping older people." And I went, "Oh, well, I'm so glad to be able to."
Then she picked herself up
give
off
you
the ground.
give you that opportunity. And so as we were sitting down, I said, "So you're practicing to help older people?" And she said, "Yes, because when I grow up, I want to help older people." She said, "I really want to be a singer, but it's really hard to get to be a singer. But there's so many old people out there, and they have sicknesses in them, and they have heart attacks in them, and so they're going to need somebody to help them. So though that way, I know I'll be able to do a job, and I like helping older people." And I thought that was so sweet for a 9-year-old to be thinking that far ahead.
Did you get her some large waffle fries?
Whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
It was just whatever you want is perfect. So
It's stuff like that, Cindy, that through life just makes you think there's hope. Like being a teacher for so many years, you hear bad things about the kids, and then I had some really good ones, and you see one do something just lovely like that. More than saying
gives you hope. You're right.
It does. By the way, speaking of giving hope, the New Year's is coming. 2013 is all but gone, assuming we can make it through the next several hours. And I read something this morning about the years past, and if something bad's happened to you or you're not pleased with what you've done, which there are so many things, I'm not going to get started on it. But we're supposed to forget the past and all and look for the future. But I read this one thing that said, God reminds us of the past lest we get in a shallow security in the present. In other words, the things to remember are, you don't relive the mess up you made before. And one way you can do that is remember what happened when you did that. That's one thing. But as we're traveling into the new year, I read this again. It's one of the most uplifting stanzas in the Bible, and it comes from John 10. And Jesus Christ is actually speaking. Back then, the Jews who did not believe that Christ was the Messiah, they're trying to get evidence against him so they can nail him on a tree somewhere. Mm-hmm. And they keep running him down. And finally they say, tell us, would you quit beating around the bush, Jesus, and tell us, are you really the Christ? And here's what he said to them. I told you, and you do not believe the works that I do in my Father's name. These testify of me. Verse 26, but you do not believe because you are not my sheep. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, and I give them eternal life, and they will never perish, and no one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father who has given them to me is greater than all, and no one is able to snatch them out of my Father's hand. I and the Father are one. You see that, if you can envision your hand in Christ and in God's hand, and the thought that, as long as I'm with my Father here, he's got me. And I liken it to, I read this somewhere, nothing's original with me. If you're a father and you're taking, I like to picture a little daughter like little Cindy. You're taking her across a busy street. She's got your hand and you've got hers, and you're walking across this street. Let me ask you this. Who's got the better grip? Is little Cindy's hand the thing that's holding her to me? No. If I don't want cars to get her, I have got her hand right there.
Great example.
She's not breaking free. And it's the same thing with God. If we realize he's got my hand, I'm crossing the street, I say, oh, look over there, I'm going to go. There's a verse, he said, I'll lead you in the path of righteousness.
That's right.
Mark, don't go over there, come back here. And if I can envision that in my life, to realize I'm not in this alone, he's got my hand, he says nothing will separate me from the love of God in Christ Jesus. Focus on that. Focus on that, Mark, and throughout this new year, whatever happens, remember who's got you, and he's not going to let go of you. Just keep there. And I used to think, Cindy, through life, what I'm doing is I'm holding on to God's robe or whatever he's got, and I'm, oh my goodness, I'm going to let go and something. But no, this whole thing is, hey, Mark, you can't hold on. This world is grabbing you so hard and pulling you. You can't hold on by yourself. I've got you. Just remember that. I've got you.
Well, and the other thing going into a new year is to remember that God didn't create a calendar. The calendar did not come from God. So his deal was 24 hours, and you can start over again. And in 24 hours, you can start over again. And he gives you a new sunset, a new sunrise, every single day that you can count on. But you are not having to live by a rule of a calendar and a day or a year or whatever. So that understand he's always there, and his time is from sunrise to sunset. That you think about, he's always there. The stars are there. He's never left me, and there's no time with him that he will say, okay, you've had enough, that's enough. And but he's all about start-overs and do-overs, and that's what I love about his personality, is that it's all wiped clean, and prayer is there, and you're talking to him, and you'll feel so much better, because it's not, I'm telling you will. I'm just saying, I know from experience you will. And if you just try it every day, start over, and this is my new day, because everybody wants to do that. They want a clean slate. Please, remove the creditors, remove all those people off my back so that I can start over again. And he gives it to us. That's what I love so much about being a Christian.
That is so powerful, and the whole point that the way I see all of that is the fact that, a resolution, I'm going to do this, and he's not concerned about, Mark, in the new year, you're going to do. He's concerned about, Mark, what are you doing right now? What is happening now? And folks, if we can make it through now and live now in a good way, tomorrow will be so much easier.
That's right.
Hopefully. And if it's not, who's holding your hand.
And why I say, if you haven't found your name in the, in the
obituary?
The obituary, in the obits. If your name is not there this morning, then you've got this whole day. And don't say, this is just not my day, because it is your day. It was given to you, and you've got a chance to do something with it. Make somebody happy. Make somebody smile. Call somebody up and say, I love you. I love you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's going to be happy, and you should smile because God loves you.
We're going to talk about what's going on in town. You never know who's going to come around on the Mark and Cindy Show. It's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show every day.